English news edition the headlines. Exchange of experience between Djibouti and Comoros and also Madagascar. The AFD organized the 6th international edition of Athletics in Djibouti. For international scene, the European Union want to enforce its clean technology on strengthening its residency. Those were the headlines and welcome to the national news. The Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Mr. Ulufo Ismail Abdou, held on Tuesday morning at the Kembesi Place with a delegation of Madagascar and Comoros, a meeting to exchange and share experience. It is also a privileged opportunity for the government to popularize the strategic priority, including the National Strategy for Social Protection 2018-2022, and more globally, the 2035 vision of Republic of Djibouti. The Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity continually invests in social protection pays that allows Djiboutians to be healthy, to continue their study, to have the necessary opportunity to increase their productivity and gradually extract themselves from the poverty. This meeting was organized by the Ministry of Social Affairs and Solidarity in collaboration with the World Bank and United Nations System.
Et en 2019, donc...
Then the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity made his presentation on the objective of the Department of Social Policy between shock mitigation and resilience established at the initiative of the President of the Republic. The Ministry of Social Affairs and Solidarity is an opportunity for the government to inform and sensitize the public on the multiple intervention and social program on the ministry. Then the Minister of Trade and Tourism, in cooperation with the Minister of Post and Communication, organized this Saturday, March 18, 2023, an existence of the first market Djiboutian grave under the theme Concept Local Support Our Artisan. And on his arrival, the Minister of Trade and Tourism, Mohamed Warsama Dure, was welcomed by the Director General of the Post Office of Djibouti, Mr. Bihnan Ali Midel, and the Director General of the National Tourism Agency, Mr. Usman Abdi Mohammed, as well as the Director of the CRAFE. The objective of this market is to enhance the sale of local products of artisans and to sustain their visibility by holding continuously the Director General of the Post Office of Djibouti invited the Djiboutian population to come to value the Djiboutian crevice mean by buying their product 100% made in Djibouti.
C'est un honneur particulier.
So the Minister of Trade and Tourism, Mr. Mohamed Warsama Dure, is pleased to have launched the first market grave jewelry. The first jewelry and engraved market will highlight the various handgrave made in jewelry. This market will last until tomorrow and will be organized at least once a month to bring together more than 30 artisans. At the invitation of this Algerian counterpart, the Minister of Energy in charge of natural resources, Mr. Younis Ali Gedi, paid a working visit to Algeria from March 12 to 15. During his working mission in Algeria, the Minister Younis Ali Gedi first had a bilateral meeting with his counterpart, the Minister of Energy and Mine of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, Mr. Mohamed Akbar. Arkab. At the end of their fruitful bilateral meeting, the minister, Mr. Yunus Ali Gedi and Mr. Mohammed Arkab proceeded to the signing of an important memorandum of understanding between Jauri and Algeria in the file of hydrocarbon, natural gas, and many. In addition to the development and strengthening of energy relationship, this framework agreement of cooperation also provided for technical support, exchanging of information, technological knowledge and experience in research, exploitation, and exploitation of hydrocarbon, natural gas, and mining. The Minister of Energy in charge of natural resources, Mr. Yunus Ali Gedi, and the delegation accompanying him finally visited the headquarters. So in his speech, the minister said this visit, which is a particular importance, aims to invite to pose a new positive dynamic in the relation of a brotherhood and cooperation between the two countries and the two broader Arab, African, and Muslim people, and to consolidate their common commitment to the development of the sector and to carbon, natural gas, while reaffirming the determination to forge a win-win strategy, energy, and many partnership. The 419 is a conference of the Council of Foreign Ministers of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, organized under the slogan Moderation al-Wasadiya, or the field of security and stability. Indeed, the Mauritanian capital of Nouakchott, the Republic of Djibouti, was represented at the conference by the Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Mohammed Ali Hassan, accompanied by the Ambassador of Djibouti of Kingdom Saudi Arabia and the country's representative of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Mr. Dayad Idni Said. The section discusses a number of issues, various files, including the Palestinian question and development in Al-Quds al-Sharafi. The participants also discussed the development of the Afghan issues, the situation in Jammu and Kashmir and the Sahel region, as well as the intervention of the interpretation address the phenomenon of the Islamophobia. In his speech, the ambassador Adni Said Mabakrama addressed the phenomenon of Islamophobia and its negative consequences, praising this decision of the UN. They designed it March 15 as the International Day Against Islamophobia. In this regard, he stressed that Islamophobia was one of the harmful phenomena for all mankind, and that has negatively affected that actual security in the world. The ambassador of Djibouti to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and permanent representative to the Organization of Islamic designed it March 15 as the International Day against this phenomenon as a very important decision and great humanitarian position. The Jewish Demlo also welcomed the speech delivered by the UN Secretary General of the framework of this International Day, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, which is the second largest international organization after the United Nations, has played an important role in the creation of the observatory to fight against Islamophobia, say Ambassador Ediadni Said Mabakrama. Also, on March 15, 2023, Colonel Wais Umar Bokori, commander of the Coast Guard, and had the pleasure to welcome in the Lodge of Honor of the General Directorate of the Coast Guard for a coastal visit. A strong delegation of the Japanese Coast Guard, led by Captain Fuji Kenichi, commander of Service Development Force for the Japanese ship, and Makani, who were accompanied by the commander of the Japanese Coast Guard on board the ship, Makimami, Commander Neko Nazahinda, and the defense attaché of the Embassy of Japan, Commander Yamashita and Kenichi. Colonel Wais Umar Bokori took the opportunity to present the delegation led by Captain Fuji Nishili mission and operational capability of the Djiboutian Coast Guard, as well as the infrastructure and facility of the institution. And then, under the high patron of the Secretary of State in charge of sport, His Excellency Mohammed Kamil, the Egyptian Athletic Federation organized yesterday afternoon until earlier evening the sixth edition of the international meeting of Jawari at the stadium at Haji Hussein and Hassan Gullet Stadium. It is the event of 200-meter main finale won by Umar Mustafa and Mariam Isman Wais. The Senegalese Diallo Lamine won with a score of 21 seconds before the Egyptian Girasuge Harbi. The 400-meter event for men, Diouf Tani Sheikh won with a score of 46 seconds in front of the Cameroonian Tendav Nzaku and the Egyptian Musa Roble. The 800-meter finally P side of men won Mohamed Abdullah Ahmed, the 1,500-meter event first and second in front of and the Egyptian Zuhra Ali Mohammed. Then the event of the 1,000 and finally for the pro of the great employer the championship of the 22 this edition of half marathon, the international Ismail Ibrahim Mohammed won the event of 5,000 meter, and then the great Egyptian athlete the international Momin Gelepour imposed himself in front of his colleague of the international renown and finisher has won the 10,000 with a score and play sheet. One is the various event of the fourth race of the sixth edition of the international meeting of Jawari are finished. The Secretary of State in charge of sports, His Excellency Hassan Mohammed Kamil, accompanied by his colleagues, his close collaborator, namely among others, the President of the Federation of Athletics, Mr. Saeed Ismail Hassan, the Director of Sport, Mr. Abshir Ali Hassan, the President of the Olympic Games, Aisha Garat, and other framework proceeded today, handing over the prize in favor of athletes classified the first three places of every event of race. The Hitachi product company organized last night a gala dinner on March 17, 2023 at the Sheraton Hotel to announce that Hitachi refrigerator, cleaner and washing machine manufactured by Arcelik Hitachi Home Appliance will be launched in February. Indeed, Hitachi Home Appliance was established in July 1, 2021 as a joint venture between Arcelec and Hitachi Global Life Solution to manufacture, sell, and provide after-sale service of a Heritage branded home appliance, including the refrigerators, washing machine, vacuum cleaners globally. Before starting dinner, a video projection was made to present the different model of the product. So this launch will allow Djiboutian customers to get uninterrupted supply for the primary brand, and the service will be provided by East African Cell in Djibouti. The unveiling of the product was done by Mr. Yamanaka Ostashi, General Manager of Arcelec, and his team joined to the launch event in Djibouti. Please listen to the speech of the General Manager, Mr. Akbar Mehdi.
Important thing which a company like us look into it, that you have a free zone, so we can keep our stocks in free zone, and we can redistribute it in several countries without paying any tax or anything. Same way we are doing in Dubai, in Jebel Ali. Our main company is in Jebel Ali, Dubai, so our main stocks are available there only, and it is very easy from there to re-export to any of the African countries. And Djibouti is only 6 to 10 days away from our place.
So, under the high patronage of the Ministry of Youth and Culture, the National Agency for the Promotion of Culture organized a musical evening in honor of the crew member of the ship Hope Locos in passenger in the Republic of Djibouti. The musical evening was held in the conference room of the National Library. The director of the National Agency for the Promotion of Culture, Mr. Mohammed Hussein Douali, surrounded by his close collaborators, have received a warm welcome to the delegation member of the crew of the ship Locos Hope. At first sight, the member of the delegation appreciated the warm welcome as well as the beauty and infrastructure of the National Library Archive, as a strong signal of the otherwise Djiboutian cooperation. Animated by artists, mainly young people, the musical evening was an event. And now for the international scene, the Commission proposed the Net Zero Industry Act to set up manufacturing of clean technology in the European Union and make sure the Union is well equipped for the clean energy transition. This initiative was announced by President von der Leyen as a part of the Green Deal industry plan. That's it for this edition. Thanks for attention and have a wonderful evening.